Now, everyone, welcome back to Potty Mouth. Now, I can't see anyone in the live stream, and I've just had this horrible thought that yes, I've sent it. I thought, unless I've sent it to the wrong, unless I've sent it to the wrong place there, but I've sent it anyways. Oh, Ashley's in
Ashley,
there.
hello.
Yes, Ashley,
Hooray.
getting us worried there because I hadn't sent it. So, JB, lovely to see you. Lovely to see you.
Indeed.
See you in the flesh as well. Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Long time coming.
It's a long drive for you, mind you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was smooth sailing both ways, though. We got quite lucky, actually. 5 hours and 40 minutes it took us home with two little stops. So
right,
that's pretty good.
What did you think of the lakes then? Because you stayed at the Lake District as well, didn't you?
Very nice. Yeah, we'd passed through. I hadn't realised actually until we got home that it was almost exactly the same date actually that we went up to get the polytunnel from Steve's. I had it in my head that it was so much later in the year because after we collected it, it took me quite a while until I started building it. So I had it in my head that.
So how long have you had it? Has it been like a year since? 2 years, right?
Yeah. So yeah, crazy.
Well,
it's just funny timing.
Just give us the nod when you're coming back up to dig over. You know what I mean? And I'll come up and meet you there, I've started that, JB. I've started it.
I was going to ask, what have you done since?
I've got this, I've got this fitness ring. I've got to take it off. So it's not getting me hard because it hurts when I'm kind of...
Yeah, I had to take mine off. Any kind of tools, with handles, I have to take mine off.
Yes. Audrey, how are you doing? Are you well? Are you good?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Ready. You got a little worried face look on because JB, guess what? Audrey's got Marmite. She hasn't tasted it.
I haven't tasted it.
Smells like old shoes.
I haven't smelled it. I'm not maybe a fan of the scent. But
I think you're going to jump in with 2 feet, Audrey, and my betting is you're not.
I put it on it's on an English muffin.
Oh yes, that actually looks all right like that. I thought you were going to do it with a teaspoon or something. You know what I mean?
No, everything I read said don't even go there.
Well, wait on that, Audrey. Wait. Oh, wait. She's keen to put it in her mouth. By God, just a minute, young girl.
Okay.
I just want to say hello to Kerry and wish, that nice hairdo Kerry's got there.
It's improved somewhat, hasn't it?
Mark, how are you doing? Standing for Kerry. Kerry actually was busy, but then she actually said, it's been cancelled. But I said, listen, we've got that fair young fella on from Scotland.
Yeah,
so...
yeah, well, he wanted somebody ruggedly handsome, Tony.
I know.
Mark, sort of coming to help out.
Ruggedly handsome and tattooed. That's what we want. Tattooed. The hell and back. So, Mark, thank you for stepping in there.
Right.
Lovely. Yes. Audrey.
Yes.
The moment.
Come on. How are you?
Let fly.
I care.
The anticipation, it's too much.
Oh, the brows are going down.
Look at that.
Oh.
Audrey's looking very suspicious.
Let's suck it. It does taste like that.
Haven't spat it out.
I just wonder, okay, I don't hate it, but why would I have it again?
Just wait until you finish.
It's
addictive.
Really?
Well, you might want to come back to it.
Why would I have it again?
I don't hate it, but I'm thinking I'd rather have avocado.
You know what? It's lovely, Audrey, how you've got it, like for a breakfast with for me, like a glass of milk or a cup of tea and like English muffin, not like slathered on. JB has it, I guess, like you can't see the actual bread.
I sent a picture
no,
to
I
our
did.
WhatsApp.
Yeah, I did see his, and I thought that doesn't look good.
What about Marmite and avocado? So avocado on top of the Marmite could be a combination there.
Mark, what do you like with Marmite? Are you good or?
I don't mind Marmite actually. Like JB sent the thing of the crisps, the picture of the crisps, and I actually really like the Marmite. I like beefy crisps, so the Marmite crisps are right up there. I'm not sure I'd have Marmite on toast or that. I don't know if I'd go there, but the Marmite crisps they're top notch. Then.
So you haven't got a jar of Marmite in your cupboard?
No, I'm fresh out. I'm afraid.
Oh, you don't refrigerate this?
That'll probably last
that'll
through the
survive.
plague.
Yeah,
It's
that'll
not
be
gonna
there
out
after the
anytime
apocalypse.
soon.
That ain't going nowhere, Audrey. You can get that, like, your grandparents can have that when they're old.
Okay.
When there's only the
Interesting.
cockroaches left feeding on the Marmite, it'll be fine.
Interesting. You know, I almost kind of like it.
Oh,
Yes.
see? Yeah, you
Oh,
see?
there we go.
I know. I'm shocked.
Mhm.
Because
It has
the
got that. You either love it or hate it, but when you first have it, it must be kind of like, what's
Well,
that?
the smell is not inviting.
English muffin, like a warm English muffin, or because I don't know how warm that one is there now. It's probably
Well,
been.
it's not warm at the
Uh-huh,
moment.
uh-huh.
One
But
you made earlier.
yes,
But honestly,
I
I
was
think you
all set up. You know, I had to have.
did you have to get it online, or could you get it from a local store?
Actually, there is a local store that sells it, but I ordered it online just to get it here quicker.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite embarrassing going to the store and buy it. You'd rather go and buy a pack of condoms or something than buy a jar of Marmite. You know?
But condoms and Marmite, then you
Well,
just
don't I was going to say don't be buying both at the same time.
Yeah.
I almost got some Vegemite too. Is it Vegemite
Yeah,
Yeah, the Australian one.
or
copy.
Veggie? Yeah,
Well, I don't know if it's
it's the
which one's
Australian, isn't it? The Australian.
yeah,
version?
mhm.
Yeah.
As big as I think, isn't it? It's kind of. I mean, over in England here, it's Marmite. You know what I
Right.
mean? With
So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to try one.
Mhm.
Vegemite isn't quite the same. There's something, it's okay, but it's not the same.
Is it
doesn't
mild?
hit the
I
same
haven't had it,
spot.
JB. Is it
I
mild?
don't know. Yeah, I had it a long time ago, and I was just unimpressed. It
Mhm.
wasn't right.
Mind you're like my daughter who can like have it like slathered on.
I love
it's
it.
Just like
Love it.
I do kind of like it.
it's like I think it's like I need more butter to like swill it around a bit and dilute it. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of butter on this, this muffin. Like I do not slather butter like that. So it might be the butter I'm enjoying. Yeah.
So we got that over then. We had a big clear out on my allotment, and I had that young fella up, and a number of folks turned up there, which was lovely. A big thank you to everyone who kind of turned up and helped. And it was harder than I thought, JB. I'll be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really interested to see your plot, and all the volunteers there everyone had slightly different opinions about the size as well, right? Like you never know how big something is in real life until you see it in real life. I couldn't believe the size of Daisy. That was the shocker. Daisy's huge. She looks so small on the videos.
Right.
With her big paws. Really sweet dog, though. But yeah, your actual plot, I thought, looked exactly like what I was expecting in terms of size. Apart from the height of your polytunnel.
Yeah, that's what
huge. Absolutely giant. The height.
Well, I think it's over 9 foot, JB, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because that's what the one thing you were just like shocked by when you walked in there. I mean, I was leaving all my good cucumbers, and he was more bothered about the height of, you know what I mean? More about the bloody height of the
polytunnel. Church. I couldn't believe it.
Look at the size of the aubergine, man. I've left the aubergine there.
But no, the new plot did look much bigger than I was expecting, and it looked like a lot more work than I was expecting from the videos. I did kind of, when we first went up the day before, I was just like, oh my goodness, you've really taken on a good old challenge there, Tony.
Well,
it's very
honestly,
impressive.
JB, there's only one thing why, and it's to beat that record. Do you know what I mean? That kind of greenhouse record of content from yourself. You know what I mean? I can see it's just, to be honest, JB, it's just, well, I've told everyone, you know what I mean? I'll cover quite a bit of it and just, you know what I mean? As long as I can keep half of it covered, keep the weeds down. Do you know what I mean? That's a plus in itself.
The bindweed.
You know
Have you seen the pond where they lifted that it wasn't even a pond liner, was it? It was just old tarps.
Yeah.
But the amount of bindweed underneath them, just like a blanket of roots.
Oh, it's horrible.
It was quite like, ooh, don't like to see it. But you'll get there.
Where you, JB, kind of hacked away at them raspberries, and I was taking the mick on the day, but to be honest, that was like, that would have stopped us, because today I've been digging out with, that tool Sophie mentioned. It's like
the one I was using.
That's just great. So you've kind of made it way easier than what it would have been. Do you know what I mean? I'll be honest. It was like, so that tool now can just go cut through this kind of wicking grass quite easy and just take this. I mean,
Brilliant.
still, I'm only doing like a 15-minute spurt, and then I'm kind of. But I was just saying to Audrey, it's strange, there's no beds for it. This is my idea, is not to, and like I'm struggling with that, because I've dug this bit now, which is probably say 10. I was saying, Audrey, 10 foot by maybe 8 foot. It's dug over, by like it's all dug out. Oh, dug over. No, I'm not going to say all dug out. And I'm like thinking, there's just no edges to it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't know. Because I could just put like 4 bits of wood around, and then at least I think, right.
Yeah.
And relax, move on to the next one. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So.
The difficult one with that one is like what you do at the boundary, the edges between the ground and the plot. Do you cultivate right up to the edge? And
what do you mean?
Because, you don't know where your path is in that bit with the raspberries. So you've got it goes right up to the back fence, and then you've got your fence on the other side, sort of thing. And it's sort of like, if you're not having timber beds, it's quite tricky to know, do you cultivate all the way? And some people do that. They will cultivate the entire allotment, and then they'll just have trodden dirt paths, so you could do that just around the outside and have a little.
Well, I've ordered 50 meters of 2 meters by 50 meters of weed membrane. So I am going to be like doing the paths kind of. I'm not going to be honest, I'm not going to do the walkway path with the membrane, like around the edge of it. Because I was thinking, if I put the membrane down first, then the chip wood, because it's on a bit of a slant still, it might just slide off. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to like let that, and I'll probably weed kill the path once or twice, or trim it and just let it get worn down as a path, So
yeah.
But I am going to kind of put proper paths. Whether it's going to be chipwood or flagstones, I don't know just yet. But I will put the membrane down first, so I've got that defined path, So
low maintenance on your paths. Honestly, the trouble I've had with paths over the years, like the wood chip ones that I've got at the moment on plot number 1, where they're good. It's good. Like they've stopped the wood chip coming in now, where they sort the site out and move stuff around. So it's a pain in the butt, because there's loads of weeds in the composted wood chip when you've been walking on it and stuff like that. But then plot number 2 that's got the grass paths on is, I know, controversial. Some people like them, some people don't. I'm a fan of the grass paths, but the wood chip ones, honestly, they're just a pain. And honestly, they're a good idea if you've got loads of time and stuff like that. But I think long term, if you can do gravel or if you can do slabs or something like that, I think low maintenance on the paths, so you can spend more time on your beds, your polytunnel and stuff like that. I think that's the.
See, I think even though I think gravel would just be the same, Mark. You still get soils. That's what I think's happening more with mine than just the wood rotting down, is the soil spilling over. And then you get the odd seed plant dandelion that escapes you and is away, and it's that. But ideally, I would like to flag, but there'll be quite a few paths there. You know what I mean? So that'll be it's not just like the flags price; it's the sharp sand underneath. It's the concrete, bags of cement. You know what I mean?
Although entirely, I think I got shot down in flames the last time. I had the audacity to mention this. Right, I'm going to be controversial and put out. I'm going to say it.
I've asked John as a guest. Now behave yourself.
I'm going to say it. AstroTurf or fake grass.
Oh no!
Oh, you see?
No, you've lost me there, Mark. No.
It looks.
How do we kick him out, Tony? Can you like vote to kick him out?
It sounds like we're putting down shag carpet. I don't. Right? Because you can rake it
inside, outside.
You wouldn't honestly put AstroTurf down, though, would you, Mark, on your plot?
No, it's too expensive for the plot. I think for that. Unless you get it free on Facebook Marketplace or something.
There's a pub not far from here has got it in the pub. and it goes all the way around out inside the pub. It's inside the pub, so and it even goes inside the toilets.
Why?
Oh, no, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's gross.
So all the dribbles and the, you know.
Oh, that is that's horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Audrey's going to kick you out now, Tony.
Yes.
Vote to kick.
Davey, it's you and me now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Oh, yeah,
I was I was honestly chuffed to bits with everybody, and I honestly thought I'd done I'd kicked the stuffing out of the hut, you know what I mean? But that hut just put up such a fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, and especially when we took the back off and you could actually see it's
Yeah,
like
that was
crazy.
crazy.
Heart of this bloody ivy was just horrific. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that ivy was winning for sure.
I mean, I've squirted it, you know, where we've kind of cut it off at that wall where it was going on into the actual hut. I've squirted it with weed killer, but there's not that much surface area, so I don't know if it'd even make a difference.
Hold on. AstroTurf, right? AstroTurf's really controversial. But covering everything in weed killer's all right.
Covering the ivy roots.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. I don't know whether it'll work or not. I don't know, because once it's now open, so it'll be quite easy just to kind of, you know, with a hedge trimmer if it does get away again. But it actually I don't know if I got it on film. I think it was Jeff was sitting on a wall and it fell.
It looked like you only caught the tail end.
Yeah, that was because like the ivy had just went into that wall and wrecked it, and he sat down and the wall collapsed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of put us off the digger, to be honest. Hence the kind of bit of manual.
Be hard to get a digger in there as well, right? Like how you'd
Well,
actually
I've
get a digger
measured
in.
micro. There's plenty of room with a micro digger.
What, through the gate?
Yeah, so that gate is,
wow.
I think, 900 and the micro digger's 750 or something like that, which is like the tiny diggers, you know what I mean? But I don't know, because I'll just be like dragging it around as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can scrape the top up, but you've got that scrape, you know what I mean? I don't know. So
And there's all so much bindweed in it, but you'd just be spreading bindweed around the plot. It's quite surprising to see it in real life.
But it's actually nice because this year though it's a good year, so that other plot is just working. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just
fine.
like I say, we've just went up today, picked a whole load of peas, tomatoes, cabbages, cauliflowers, what else, courgettes, raspberries as well from a neighbour that's gone. You know what I mean? It's just like there's so much happening there now, where it's nice just to kind of actually get the family up and just let them do that, where I can just potter on. So
Lovely. Lovely stuff.
Yes. Anything else happening, Mark? We haven't had you on for a while. Because a new company took over your allotments. Is that working out for you, or
It is. You know what? They are brilliant, and I think I said this a while ago. But once it got settled, it was all a bit up in the air to begin with. We didn't know a lot about what was going on, and it was all a bit not cloak and dagger. Just the allotment holders didn't hear a lot about what was going on, so everyone's a bit nervous. Sort of, are they going to sell the site? Are they going to keep the allotments? What's going to happen? Oh, brilliant! It's like night and day. And I think the way I described it is the people who owned the garden centre before were like, it was two brothers, so it was like two businessmen who ran it as to drain every last penny out of it. Like the garden centre itself inside was all dated and old, and like they invested no money in it, but were trying to take as much money out of it as they possibly could. And the new people who'd come in already had, it's like 8 garden centres or something like that across Scotland. So they've obviously got a model that works, and they've come in and done this. But it's like garden people have come and bought the garden centre. I mean, Colin, who owns it, is clearly a very good businessman. If he's got 8 garden centres or whatever, he's not going to be short of a a bobber do, is he? But
oh, it's Colin, is it?
Colin,
Oh,
Colin.
all right, Colin, right?
Listening to him, you know, Colin. It's not what you know. It's not what you know.
I wonder if I can talk to you, Colin. I wonder if I can talk to you about this allotment.
Yeah.
But he's brand new, honestly. Like, what a difference! What a difference! Like, they must have invested, I reckon, at least 7 figures in the site itself. Like the way they've done over the garden centre and stuff, and all the surrounding, even just like the car park, like sorting all that sort of stuff out. Absolutely brilliant, absolutely brand new. What a difference! What a difference!
Have you noticed, Mark, if the actual garden centre is busier?
Oh, it's heaving, honestly.
Right?
It's like no offense to any demographic of people out there, but like, you see little old people in a wee Hyundai i10, it's full of them, right? Honestly, it's full of old people driving Hyundai i10s, it's like a convoy of them on the road going to the garden centre. But it's brilliant. I love seeing it busy, because then you think, well, they're not going to ever want to sell it, or that, you know, it's busy. Like, there's loads of business going on, like the cafe and that, people's getting their lunch, and while they're in that, they're buying plants or whatever else they're buying in the garden centre. Because a lot of garden centres diversify, don't you? Because you go in, they've got a little bit for clothes, and there's a bit for like jigsaws and soaks and stuff like that, and all that as well. But no, brilliant. What a difference, man.
Well, I went to my local garden centre to get. Me and Audrey were talking last week about growing carrots, and I didn't have any carrot seeds, so I went to my Clays garden centre buy carrots. Half of it's closed off to put the Christmas decorations up
already.
Oh wow!
Halloween,
yeah. It's all you can't get to that side, and I noticed like the green.
Oh.
And I thought, bloody hell!
Wow.
I mean, they have like a big spectacular thing, and it must take, you know what I mean? And like this garden season, come to an end. But God, I looked at it and went, bloody hell, that's early. So.
Well, I saw that you had planted your carrots.
I was going to say, did you hear that, Princess?
I did, and our weather that day, we were 40 degrees Celsius. And I thought, there is no way I'm planting carrots today, because I might as well just throw those out the window. So I think this week we're getting back a little. We've been going way high and way, I'm not even going to say cool. We've not been cool, but we go a little lower. So I'm trying to wait till at least goes a little lower to get the carrot seeds in.
We up here, Audrey, it's been nice, if that, you know, an English nice weather, and I've been going up as well every night, watering, giving them like a little sprinkle to keep that dampness there. So, because I really love to we've just picked today the first, like, about 12 of the carrots from the first zone. And Mark, you'd be pleased to know, no carrot root fly. They're off. You know how we talked once about they were off the ground about, say, 1.5 foot, but Mark was saying, oh, they can fly. You know what I mean? And I was thinking, aye. But there is no carrot root fly on there. So they're not fully developed. They're a kind of that size. But it's nice just to have carrots. But it would be nice already to get this third batch going into the kind of Christmassy time when I can use them, just leave them in the ground kind of thing. So
yeah, I don't know what that's like, but I'm happy. I'm happy that you can do that.
I was saying to JB, it's like Audrey's weather is like a microwave oven. You just put it in for a couple of minutes and it's ding, it's done, and the seeds are away, and it's, you know what I mean?
Okay, that's true, but I can't plant carrots right now because it's too hot.
Yeah,
and
40 degrees is just...
Yeah, and you can't start them inside. So I'm kind of stuck.
Could you not, Audrey? Would, like I just mentioned there, going up every day and watering, could you not just put them seeds in and keep them damp? Would that not...
Yeah, but I don't know that they'd even germinate at that temperature.
Right, just too hot to germinate.
Oh, yeah, they're like... It's hot.
Imagine,
you know, and it says it's this weather, but it feels like this. And so it feels like it's way higher. So we're like a mile from the sun right now, is how it feels. So I'm not seeding anything outside at the moment.
Well, Audrey, I've done my side of the deal.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm still going to do it, but... And I took too long to thin my first seeding of carrots. So finally went and did it. I got a beautiful harvest of little carrots.
Nice.
So I thought, well, there's something to this waiting thing. And it was just laziness, actually. But it worked out well.
No, I think mine out as they came up. To be honest, this time, because that's what I was thinking as well, Mark. You know, with your scattergun approach, is that not harder to thin out? I mean, actually tell people how you sow carrots, because it's interesting how you sow from how I sow.
Yeah, so I stole it. It's entirely stole it off Monty Don. So I saw him one year doing it. So I'm a real faff with my. I like growing a nice carrot, a nice long straight carrot. I think it's a real challenge to get a good carrot to grow. And everybody generally does a drill, don't he? He'll do a drill and he'll go all the way along, and he'll put thin them out, all that sort of jazz. As I saw Monty Don got them, and he just went. He just sort of like scattered them over the bed, covered them up a little bit, let them germinate, and just thin them out. So I do mine like that now. I do, and I had success with them last year. They were good last year. So the two varieties, one was Sweet Candle, and then there was the one that Jess mentioned, the Touchon, that grew. Actually, Touchon did really well. It's a great variety of carrot. So done the same two varieties this year. Yet to harvest any. It's a little bit early for mine just yet, but I might, hopefully, maybe in a month or two, might have some carrots to
and harvest. Is it easy to thin out though? It's a book, because I remember even Steve saying you can sometimes get carried away thinning out and thin out too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not too bad. I guess the only challenge would be is if you had weeds germinate in the same bed, because obviously when they're small, everything looks very very samey. I'm quite because I'm a faff with the carrots. I keep the carrot beds nice and clean and tidy. They're the one things that are actually quite decent. But if you've got a few little weeds that coming up, it'll be hard to distinguish between.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is the first time. This is what I did this year, and it was JB's tip. It was like to use spent compost, you know, like from the tomatoes, because normally that would just go into the compost, and get recycled that way. But I deliberately put that on a bed, which kind of just dampened everything. Good 4 inches on each bed, and if you look, even like my celeriac, is huge. And I think it's because of this kind of compost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, lovely.
Huge.
Do as I say, not as I do, because I cannot grow a carrot to save my life.
I did some late ones last year. Actually, when you were talking about carrots for Christmas, Tony, I did some late ones as a bit of an experiment last year. And as you empty it and use compost as well. So your potato buckets.
Yes.
So I did them in the potato buckets. I got the Chantenay ones. You know the
little
chef ones. So I just got some of them, put them in, chuck them in the polytunnel when it gets cold. Entirely forgot about them. I was like, oh God. And then I can't be bothered looking after them. And then when I came to use the bucket again, I tipped them out. And there was actually some really good little carrots in there. I was really surprised that they survived like all the way through the winter. So all the way through they'd been in the polytunnel or the greenhouse, one of the two. Like through all the crappy weather, all the cold temperatures, only tipped them out when I came to put the potatoes in the bucket. And they were brilliant. They were absolutely smashing. Some lovely, lovely little carrots.
No, did you water them or anything or not? Or?
Well, to begin with, till I kind of
ran out of
them, lost interest a bit in them. But they just survived. They just kept going. You know, often like nature just finds a way sometimes, doesn't it? How to do things in it. Like they were great, like proper great little Chantenay carrots. I mean, they weren't going to win any prizes, but they were decent, tasty though, like really tasty.
Yeah, nice.
Mark, just out of curiosity, like at this moment you're juggling 2 plots, and just say hypothetically you could keep 2 plots. Could you manage 2 plots?
No. I've thought about it a few times, and no danger. I think especially when we start getting into the whole starting off the chilies, the tomatoes, when you're in that springtime period, I think when you're getting it all going, even now, I'm in limbo a little bit now between the end of some things and the start of other things. It's a bit of a funny time, and trying to balance that with managing the current plot with all the weeds because of the weather that we've had. The weeds are absolutely rife everywhere. We're smack bang in the middle of the school holidays, so I'm here, there, and everywhere. with school holiday stuff. And then plot number 2.
You couldn't work a deal with Colin to maybe get some plants?
Well, should do. I'm a garden influencer, Audrey. I should get all this stuff.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah, give me the plants. But
yeah,
plot number
so you
2,
don't have to start anything. And maybe they have extra people that can come help you plant them.
Get the people as well. Get some workers.
There you go. Use those connections.
Just summon up some helpers.
Anything else? What else has happened? I actually seen when I went, Audrey, for these carrots, I did notice that they had more. I think there was I don't know if they're winter cabbages or they had some sort of brassicas there, and I thought, you know what, I might get some of them as well because I can't be bothered now to sow anything else. Do you know what I mean? I think I'm finished sowing. Yeah, I'll go through the kind of the winter onion thing, and I'm not doing garlic. Not doing actually.
You're not doing garlic this year?
No, listen, I've just changed my mind just like that, Audrey. Just like that. But because this top garden might not have onion white rot. There's it, you know what I mean? I don't know. And I'm not going to mix me compost. So whatever. And I don't know, JB, can you remember there was a lady came past with a little child in the buggy and she was on about horse manure? Were you there?
Unbelievable. I've been annoyed about that since I left. Do you know how hard it is to get manure around my neck of the woods? We're there, all of us working away, heads down, and someone just pops along and says, I've got mountains of manure that I can deliver to your new plot. If you'd like it.
Wow.
When we were kind of messing on, Audrey, Mark, I actually, all you can hear is the audio because I was still recording, but the camera was pointing in a different direction. This young lady walked past and said, I've seen, work going on. She says, I've seen manure getting dropped. I can drop as much. She says, that stuff there, she says, mine's well rotted. She says, I can just and then she says, if you want, she says, I could bag it. I says, oh, God, no. I says, just dump it and I'll get it. I says, I've got to get rid of this rubbish first that's kind of taken up everywhere at the moment outside the thing. So, but yeah, she took me number and she's going to well-rotted manure kind of drop off there. So.
Wow.
I started using the Matic extra hard after that. I was just taking my frustration out on the ground.
Some people have all the luck. 3 minutes, young ladies taking your telephone number. Hey, what's it called? Allotment.
It's like that Monty Python. Oh, you lucky bastard! the alien ship crashes down. So, what else was I saying? So it might not have onion white rot, and what I am certainly not going to put my compost from that bottom bed onto this top one. I'll just use brought-in manure. You never know. Now she got, because I says, where are you getting your manure from? She looked as if I was like, well, I've got horses. But she's got one of, in Whitburn, my allotment site.
Oh, that was funny.
I thought she was getting it from, obviously, you've got horses, right? Where does
I get it right from the source, okay?
Where does horse shit come from? So you put us off, kind of, what was I talking about there, Audrey? What was that?
I don't know. Something about where she's getting her manure from.
So my allotment site is council run. That's a council one, but in the village, and I've never been down. There's private allotments, which
is that the big one?
No, not the
okay.
That's another. I think that's another council one, but right in the heart of the village of Whitburn. Are you all right, lass? Are you a little bit?
I'm sorry. Am I keeping you up, or you're keeping me up?
It's the Marmite taking effect.
I know.
Just have a little 5 minutes, lass.
I know.
Right.
I'm good. I'm good. Sorry, that was.
So in the middle of the village, we've got like a really big posh street. JB, you've drove through it, right?
Yeah.
There's one of the alleyways takes you to these private allotments. So, and they're actually private. You pay for them, so you'll pay 5-10 grand, whatever the cost to get and they're yours to keep. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
I think there's a committee, but that land is yours. You know what I mean? Now I think she's got one there, and I've seen people like at the gates front, like barren in stuff, and I've often thought, I'll take the camera down there, but you know what I mean. But
you'll get accosted. They'll kick you out.
When
there's
she was
a peasant.
Yeah, the riffraff. Get rid of the riffraff.
When she was
the drawbridge.
when she was talking, you know what I mean. I went. I did the I do a YouTube channel. No recognition whatsoever. Just,
who I am.
None of that. You know what I mean? It's just like, all right. No. So it'd be nice just to because I say to her, bring as much as you can, and I'm just gonna 6 inches deep, pile it on. Like tip one wheelbarrow, and that'll be one little size wheelbarrow. Then go out and tip another one, and don't even rake it. Just leave it in. That was my idea. If she can get us as much as that as I can,
that'd be great. That'd be great. Great start for the new soil. Yeah.
Because I did today. I went down to there's a lad on our site who's hasn't got onion white rot, just his onions. I went into his polytunnel. It's a next level of he's an old boy that's been there. I've been there 30 years nearly, 28 years. He's been there, way before me, and just he's got everything right, screwed, nailed down, and he's using. I think it was my mum that the buckets with the holes cut in for the tomatoes. He's got that. He's doing that method. And the amount of tomatoes. I've got lots of tomatoes on, but you know how we were saying the leaves are going with the kind of quad growers. I don't know if they hit the nail on the head. I'm getting loads of fruit, but just unreal amounts of fruit from But he's got horse manure on top of his rings. He says just to keep it and give it every time I water, gives a little trickle of feed down, and you know what I mean. He's just got everything screwed down. His onions are like that, you know what I mean. And actually, he did that method, with the weed membrane, and you cut a little hole out, and you put and he says he sows early February the 7th. These onion seeds, but he doesn't put them out till late May to try and miss this onion white rot and everything like that. He says he hangs right back. Now, honestly, they're like that. Do you know what I mean? They're just and his leeks are. I thought my leeks were looking good, but his leeks are pretty perfect. You know what I mean? And he's got aubergines. He's got.
Though saying that though, I know you're saying you're not going to do garlic.
Well, no, I am now. Because of this garden, I could put it in that top one.
Because last year, my garlic was rubbish. It was tiny. It grew, but it was tiny. The stuff this year, honestly, I got the garlic and the onions off Ian.
Well, I did. But I put them in buckets. Did you put them in buckets?
No, I did. I did one lot in buckets, just an experiment, and it came out all right. It came out good. But the onions will be ready to harvest in the next couple of weeks. But again, they're massive, and I don't normally do them from set. I normally do them all from seed, but I got the sets from Ian, and they're massive. And they got the garlic as well, the soft neck variety that its name evades me at the moment that I got from him. I get massive garlic, absolutely brilliant. What a difference getting those gloves and that from him as opposed to some other stuff.
You'll have to tell with the name.
Well, I've got a video. If you go and look at my video, you'll see it.
Right. I saw it
2 videos ago.
I saw it. It was lovely.
Oh, thank you, Audrey. At least somebody.
You had a great harvest. It even had little corms on the soft neck.
Yes, yeah. It was brilliant. The soft neck stuff. No, was it a hard neck? Was a little bit smaller. But the soft neck stuff
was huge.
I had exactly the same.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was down to the varieties, but also my soft neck had more room in the because they were bigger cloves, so I put fewer in the buckets. I only put 3 or 4.
Big, weren't they? Yeah.
I only put 3 or 4 in, and they were huge.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Now, how do you guys keep your hardneck garlics?
Yeah, oh wait, is it I thought the hardneck was good.
No, hardneck goes bad first. Soft neck is like what you buy at the grocery stores because it lasts longer. It's okay. You may Google it, JB.
I get confused by this all the time, but
I know I'm correct on this one because I can't grow soft neck. So
I've found because I've been processing them like this weekend, like I've got complete and utter garlic fingers, just freezing them, and I've found that the bigger ones, there's a couple that was on the verge of being on the turn, whereas the smaller ones, they're all fine. They look like they could be in the cupboard for months, but the smaller ones are the hard neck. So
a lot of mine,
which they should last way longer. Oh no, hard neck. Sorry, you said hard neck.
Yeah.
People like JB saying about the freezer. For a lot of mine, I'll painstakingly peel it all, chuck it in the food processor, a little bit of olive oil, whiz it up, ice cube tray.
Yep.
Put it in ice cube trays. Brilliant. You want some garlic? A little cube of garlic? Straight in, straight out the freezer. Jobs are good. Lasts forever.
You're on mute, Tony.
You're on mute, Tony.
Muted yourself.
We've lost you. Some would say that's an improvement.
He's trying. There he is.
Well, I get my garlic from Costco now in bags, 100 cloves. You know what I mean? They take a lot of squares.
As I've been processing this, I am a bit like,
well, it's not for the faint of heart to process garlic.
Yeah.
It's lovely just to get your hand in and get like as many as you want, cloves already peeled, and just mash. You know what I mean? But I will actually try garlic this year. But it'd be nice, Mark, if you tell us which one turned big for you.
It was one that it began with a C, I'm sure. Carcinon, I think. It might have been that one. I think was that the soft neck variety.
Did you get those from Ian?
Yeah, from Ian. Yeah.
Oh, he'll probably know, Tony.
Yeah. I think he's sitting wearing his thong at the. He's wearing his thong at the moment, isn't he? And
he's on his holidays. Little budgie smugglers on. He's handkerchief.
I'm roasting all of my garlic this year.
Ooh.
Just because it's easier, because you only have to cut off the root end.
So you roast them with the skins on. You're not doing the kind of
absolutely. You don't have to peel it all, and then you just squish it out after it's roasted. So I'm gonna freeze half of them that way, and then freeze dry the other half.
I've got a new way of doing it.
I'm doing that with the rest of mine.
And you can put it in like a big tray. You don't have to roast them two at a time like you normally would.
Oh, great idea.
So I'm just going to roast a whole tray of them and go, okay, because peeling all those garlic, man, that gets old.
You lose the will.
Is this the garlic you got from the farmer's market?
I've never. I've never. Never. It's all under my piano right now, drying out. So.
Well, I did keep my garlic. I was saying, for the views, I was saying, I'm throwing this, I'm getting rid of it, but I kept it. I kept the ones that were actually decent, but they're just like little tiddly things. But
your son is the cook, so he can clean them.
He's going to London, Audrey, soon. Within he's waited around Spain for a couple of weeks with his girlfriend, and then he's off to London to live. So we are well and truly screwed.
Yes.
I'm a 5-trick pony for meals. That's it. I've got 5 meals I can kind of rattle off.
Step up to the plate, Tony.
I'm going to have to step up.
Yeah.
I have to step up.
Your pizza oven and your barbecue and all your fancy gadgets. Yeah.
Well, now you have a dessert you know how to make. A new dessert.
I don't make it, Audrey.
But you could.
He just eats it.
I know, but it's not. I've read the recipe. It's not a hard one.
Actually, I think Kerry's JB. You've asked for the recipe.
I asked for it, and then we couldn't find any blooming ground almonds. We went around the shop about 3 or 4 laps looking for ground almond. I think we've still got some in the cupboard, but I haven't looked yet. But it was it needed 250 grams, so I was like, that's probably not something you can just skip. I'm not going to substitute that or just leave it out. But
I know Kerry made one, and then she asked for the recipe from the one I made as well. So it'd be nice to know how that one went as well, because I think Kerry kind of can rattle off meals and cooks. I think Kerry's a good cook there. So
yeah. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try it. I think
I've got a new recipe I'm going to try. As a slight tangent, not entirely vegetable / allotment related. So you know how Dubai chocolate is all the rage. This like sort of the chocolate with the pistachio filling sort of thing. It's like 10 quid a bar or something like that. And I saw a little video clip sort of thing at the weekend. There's a Scottish version of it, right? So it's like white chocolate, and then it's shortbread mixed in with iron brew is the central layer, and then more white chocolate, and then you put it in the fridge. So I'm thinking, gotta try and make some of that. Yeah.
What do you do with the iron brew?
Yeah, no.
So you use the iron brew as the sort of binding agent for the shortbread. So you get shortbread, like grind it down into a fine crumb.
Right.
Then use the iron brew to make it like into a sort of paste.
Right.
Sort of thing almost. And you put sandwich that in your chocolate bar. And that's instead of your pistachio filling, you've got iron brew and shortbread.
I meant to try that when I was over there. This iron brew.
Iron brew,
did.
it's amazing. Oh,
yeah,
it's like
we never.
Nice, like it's nice.
I couldn't even describe the flavour.
Because it's made from girders. Do you know what I mean? How do you describe girders?
Made from girders.
Girders as well.
Made from girders, Audrey. How are you? You're looking a bit blank there. Surely you know what good. Mark.
Yeah.
Can we have an interpretation for the young lady that girders?
Well, iron. iron girders.
You know, like if you're making a bridge.
Girder.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's a vegetable you're trying to say. And I'm like, I have no idea what that is. Okay. So you mean like an iron girder?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's made from that.
No, that was the marketing when they were actually marketing for TV adverts. It's made because it's strong. You know what I mean? Strong stuff. It's made from girders.
Although you get different versions of it now as well. Like there's a limited edition version out. 2 limited editions actually. One's a Nessie version and one's unicorn tears.
Right.
Unicorn being the national animal of Scotland as well, of course.
Right.
Which is hilarious,
coat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's hilarious.
So, have we got anything for next week? What's happening next week? So I can ask you a question. JB, are you doing anything in the garden so we can talk about it next week? Or
I am on a quest to sow biennial flowers, and I keep not doing it. It's been at like the top of my to-do list for a really long time, but I really want to have. I am making very like painstakingly slow progress. I have sowed some, and I have also gone through my seed box and made a list of things I need to buy, but I haven't bought them yet. And obviously I haven't sown them yet because I haven't bought them yet. But that is sort of like one of those things that's been slowly just working its way to the top of my to-do list.
I mean, I have been getting emails, JB, from all the big companies, you know, like seed sales.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now's the time, I guess.
I'd quite like to next year have like a dedicated flower bed. I've almost got it this year, but it would be nice to have some more perennials that I can just kind of leave and let do their thing, and leave them over winter and that sort of thing. So that's one of the things I'm trying to have a little bit of a think about. I've got a little bit of news as well. Not really about next week, but I found out that I've always got that field of grass in the background. It's nearly as tall as me now. Which, as Tony will tell you, isn't that remarkable. Now he's met me in real life.
It's a bowling green.
But that plot has changed hands. It is no longer. The council have finally given it to someone else who I met on site, a young lady whose dad has an allotment on the site. So they've had it for a week or two now. But hopefully that'll be everyone will see that slowly changing in the background of my videos.
Is there a lot of work to be done on that? More than mine?
Oh. Well, probably not actually, no, because once they trim back the grass, they will be able to see the beds. They'll still be able to see where the beds were. Right. They can dig out the clods of grass from those established beds. And there isn't a skip worth of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Right. There shouldn't be much rubbish that actually needs clearing or any of that. There's a greenhouse which does look like it's full of quite a lot of stuff, but yeah, it'll still be a hefty amount of work, but perfect time of year to take it on really and get cracking and get it dug over and covered over and ready to go next year. So
when you said there, GB, about a skip, I've got a price, and it was just off actually Facebook Marketplace for the rubbish when you came down, you seen at the top of my garden. And it's a great price. You know what I mean? Like I was like thinking, oh well, I thought it was just going to be silly, and he was just like, "Oh, I don't know." And he came through, he had a look, and he can't take. For some reason there's a fridge there. I don't know which someone's put it out, but you can't take a fridge. But he says, "Yeah, we'll just chuck it over the wall and get it away." So I'm thinking, like I say, it was such a good price. I'm thinking, I wonder if I should just ask them to have a look at that. What's been took out of the allotment? Because I've tried to ring the allotment, the council today, and it was just like. I said, "Can you put me through the council department?" And she went, and then it was all this click, click, and groan noise on the telephone. She says, "I don't know," as if it didn't exist, the allotment. You know what I mean? So I tried the number that I thought was the lady that gave us the allotment, and it went to this digital kind of. So it must have been like a spam email trying to get in touch with me, and I've rang them back, and it's just so that's the wrong number. So then I rang this number, and it sounded like the lady's name, so I've left the message. But I'm thinking that might just take weeks to organise. Well, if these lads would do it for like a nice price, you know what I mean? Just bite the bullet and kind of... Because as soon as that...
The manure shows up.
That's exactly, Audrey. That's what I said. As soon as I can get that kind of cleared, just as start bringing it up, you know what I mean? And
okay, now can you put cardboard down? Mm-hmm. And then put manure on top of that?
Well, what I'm doing, Audrey, the plan is at the moment, I'm just playing at the moment. So I'm just digging over with this, what's it called? A mattock, JB. So I'm digging out the sods with this thing. Yeah. And I could actually ask Bill next door to use his... I mean, it's all lovely black soil.
It's really nice.
And I might just... So good. Rotivate it, but I still want to put on cardboard, then manure anyways.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But so at the moment, I'm just going up to kind of, play, really.
That's a lot. It's a hard play.
No, I know, but Audrey, you know what I mean? You
I'm saying that's hard playing, buddy.
Good exercise. It's good for the mental health. It's funny how I was talking to someone on the plot. You know how I was saying, Mark, like 2 allotments is not, it's hard work. Yeah. And we've got a couple of allotments that I just left, like just gone to ruin. And because it's such a long waiting list. That's why sometimes you don't want to give up it, even though you can't manage it.
Yeah.
Because once you jump off the train, that's it. It's a 10-year wait. And she was saying she says when you're still working, and obviously, you know what I mean? It's kind of, like the kid with the golden spoon at the moment, you know what I mean? Everything's bloody, I'm off. I can just tootle up anytime. She says, you're juggling grand bends, and then the day you set out, it rains. You kind of go up anyways because it's bloody rain, and then your other weekend you've had planned anyways to do something else. And she says it's just so hard. So I can, like I say, you can understand where they do get out of hand because you just don't want to give them up. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot easier to pay the allotment fee and keep it. So,
I know, but it's so much work to like bring it back to.
Oh God!
Yeah, that's it.
Workable.
Yeah. Too much for me. Too much.
I couldn't take on another one. No way. Because a lot of people ask me about the one next to me with the tall grass, and said if it was offered to you, would you have? No way. You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me to take it. Like one is more than enough for me.
Let's put this spanner in the works, though, JB. Let's just say you're comfortably well off. You don't, you know what I mean? You're retired. Would you?
Hey, no, that's a very different question. Yeah, if I wasn't working, I could have another one.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be nice, actually, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You could dedicate so much to like soft fruit. That's what I'd do. I'd have loads and loads of raspberries and blackberries and strawberries and all sorts.
Oh, and thank you for that bush that you forgot to bring up. That was lovely.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah.
Well, I do intend to kind of put some like fruit and all that there in this garden as well. You know what I mean? Like just bushes that hopefully don't take a lot of. Mind you, that boysenberry seemed a bit of hard work, JB. Like prune it this time, prune it that way, prune it. You know what I mean?
I think most fruits are that kind of thing. You get primocanes and floricanes, basically. So primocanes are the first year growth, and you've got to keep them tidy, and then second year, that's when you string them up and have easy access to the fruit. So I think most of the berries are like that, apart from raspberries, which grow, kind of upright. They have their upright canes, and they're a bit different. I don't know much about raspberries, but they just get out of control.
Yeah, I don't either. I just grow them, and I just let them go because I don't know if they're spring raspberries or fall raspberries. I just let them go because I'm like, you can't kill these things.
How do you, Audrey, keep them under control?
Well, when they start growing into my driveway, I cut them back. It's strictly, it is the most unattended bed in my garden. It's strictly aesthetic. So if it's encroaching on people or cars, cut them all back.
So you cut them back on one side. What's stopping them going the other way? Is there
my
a wall?
House.
Right.
House. So they're in this little strip of like
them for now.
Yeah, 18 inches. I know. Don't think I haven't thought of that. 18 inches, and it's between my house and a cement driveway. And I did that on purpose because I didn't want it coming up everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And shockingly, I couldn't get anything to grow there. They're growing there. So I'm just letting them have their happy life. And we got a lot of raspberries this year. So I thought, okay, zero work other than taming the shrubbery when it gets too invasive. And
you cut it back in autumn or not? Or
see, here's the thing. I don't even follow any of those rules. I'd go out there on a 100-degree day and do it. Because again, I don't think you can kill them. And I could be very wrong. So I'm not telling anybody this is how you do raspberries. This is how. This is how I have just completely neglected them, but enjoyed the fruits of my non-labor.
I remember with the ones I had in the garden, the allotment, my main allotment on that wall, and I was trying to be smug and clever about it, and I dug down. I don't know how far I dug down, mind you, 2 or 3 feet, put this like heavy-duty plastic there and everything, and that was within the year they were through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't do any of that. I just shoved them in, and I thought, I hope they don't get into our basement. So that's the only thing I'm thinking. Could they dig through there? I think they might, but there's no light. So
I do find you can because I've got them at the moment on my main allotment where my wigwam trestle thing is. You can see the odd one coming up there from the neighbour, and I find just taking the heads off is enough to kind of halt it. Do you know what I mean? It kind of doesn't. It's not
apparently. Apparently they really don't like that when they're young, and if you kind of mow over them, if they're coming up in a lawn or something like that, that will stop them. But it can be it can be tricky on allotments, where they start to encroach on your neighbours, and especially if you've got a vacant neighbour who's not on it, and then
all them ones you tackled, JB, are wild, come from somewhere, over the little pathway. You know what I mean? All that kind of that was
right along the border there, where they've come in from somewhere.
Mind, I did on another one dig out me beds, and I kind of damaged her raspberries on the other side, and I didn't come back for her. You know what I mean?
So Tony, are you taking your greenhouse up to the new plot?
Well,
great question, Audrey. Great question.
Or do we need a second greenhouse at the allotment?
Do we not? I wonder if we should do another open day help tour. You know what I mean? The thought of it.
I don't know if I'd invite JB. because it might be a 6-week. That might be a 6-week trip.
Let's be honest. We all know he's going to use it as an excuse to buy something new, isn't he? He's going to buy a new greenhouse.
Absolutely.
We know what's coming.
I'm surprised his little lawnmower was not up there on Saturday.
Well, it's funny, you know, Audrey. I've got the old one, which was like it's a push one, which I bought second hand, and I went up to the top of this back bit here, and it just started straight away. Do you know what I mean? It's been out in the snow, like winter. It doesn't get covered. It doesn't, and it just started straight. I put a bit of fuel in it, started, and I was thinking, I wonder if I just kind of keep on just going round with it. You know what I mean? But at this moment, I'm finding this mattock thing is doing a kind of a night. If I can just stick like every 15 minutes, and that's enough. Mind you, I'm knackered, to be honest. After that,
well, I was talking about your robot, man. Your robot.
Oh, no, yes. Well, that's me precious. I wouldn't like to have that kind of going up there.
Well, won't you get 7 more?
An army of them. Just
wait till you get a few more. But you're not answering the greenhouse question.
Sorry, it's a good politician.
I know, but I'm tracking. Yeah.
I would love to, Audrey, right? But that you were yawning there and you turned it into a cough.
No, I wasn't. I was coughing.
See, I would love to, but I would get so frustrated if a pane smashed. You know what I mean? It's just like this. They always seem to, on my allotment site, everyone has greenhouses. There's a pane goes out on them every year with winds. And I'm like, well, I can't be bothered with that. And mine is that shatterproof glass, so it goes into like 1,000 pieces.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like trying to sort that out is a bit of hassle. Then there's just a pure hassle of physically doing it. I mean, it's such a good thing to have a greenhouse, and I would, if I got into it, then I would try and do all the solar and try and all them. There's content.
Right.
But there's just no energy. You know what I mean? We'll see, but it's got to come out of the yard. You know what I mean? So,
well, I thought you had said that.
Yeah, it's got to. We have decided, Audrey, it's the best that we think as a joint. Yes,
I was going to say we have decided.
We have decided that it's the best thing for all of us.
The best thing for our marriage to continue.
Yes.
Yes. I get it.
Happy wife. Happy life.
Endless negotiation.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, I wouldn't go and go. Okay. All right.
That's my interpretation of marriage.
Yeah.
Endless negotiation.
Listen, we've just passed the hour. We've had a good, nice little talk here there. JB, again, if you want to come up and help again, by all means, you know what I mean? 6 hours on the card, not a problem there.
I'll be up next weekend, yeah,
sure.
sure.
Lovely. Where can we find you, JB?
You can find me at NaturallyJB on YouTube, Instagram, and Patreon, with a video releasing at 8 p.m. today, straight after this.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, wow.
You'll have to put it, JB, we're 1 hour and 2 minutes. You'll be started.
Well, you know.
Audrey, where can we find you?
Real Food Comes Dirty, YouTube, Instagram, and .com.
.com. There we go. Lovely. And Mark, a big thank you again for stepping in. Where could we find you, sir?
I'm going to go a little bit rogue, Tony, because I've been working on a special project. So after you've watched JB's video tonight, pop over and watch another one at Darrick Nurseries. I'll pop a wee link in Discord or something for people to go and have a look on a little project I've been working on. So something different, something new to have a look at.
Oh, there we go.
There we
go. Something different.
And
how do you spell Derek?
Darroch.
Okay. Got it.
There you go.
Thank you.
And Mark, we're on this week, aren't we? But it's next week we're off.
Yep, so we're on this Friday, but not
right.
the one after. Yeah.
There we go. We're having a break. We've worked so hard.
Yeah.
We've worked so hard. I've been
speaking to the union reps, and they said one needs to give you some time off.
They've come down hard on us. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Pay negotiations, leaving pensions, all that sort of stuff.
Right then, everyone, look after yourselves. Take good care. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.